Pinocchio, The Journey to Becoming a Real Boy. Chapter 1, The Magic in the Workshop. Narrator, once upon a time, in a small, quiet village nestled between rolling hills and cobblestone streets, there lived a kind-hearted woodcarver named Geppetto. His workshop was a magical place, filled with the scent of fresh pine, the ticking of 100 wooden clocks, and toys that seemed almost alive. Geppetto was a master of his craft, but when the sun went down and the village grew silent, he often felt a deep sense of loneliness. He had no children of his own to share his stories and his heart. One chilly evening, Geppetto took a special piece of wood, the finest pine he had ever found, and decided to carve a puppet. He worked with more care than ever before, carving delicate hands, tiny feet, and a face with a wide, cheerful smile. When he finished, the puppet looked so lifelike that Geppetto whispered, "I shall call you Pinocchio. Oh, how I wish you were a real boy, so I could be your father." That night, as Geppetto slept, a bright, shimmering light filled the room. The Blue Fairy, known for rewarding those with pure hearts, descended into the workshop. She touched Pinocchio with her magic wand and whispered, "Wake up, Pinocchio. I give you the gift of life. But remember, to become a real boy, you must prove yourself to be brave, truthful, and unselfish." In an instant, Pinocchio opened his eyes and took his first shaky steps. He was a puppet who could move and talk. Chapter 2, The Temptations of the World. Narrator, the next morning, Geppetto's joy knew no bounds. He couldn't believe his eyes, his wooden creation was dancing and laughing. To give Pinocchio the best start in life, Geppetto sold his only coat to buy an alphabet book and sent Pinocchio to school. "Go straight to school, my son," Geppetto said warmly. "Study hard and listen to your teacher." Pinocchio set off with his book, full of good intentions. But the world was a big, distracting place. On his way, he met a cunning fox and a sneaky cat. The fox, seeing the puppet's innocence, saw a chance to cause trouble. The fox, "Hello there, little wooden friend. Why waste your day in a dusty classroom? Come with us to the island of toys. There are no books, no teachers, and you can eat candy for breakfast, lunch, and dinner." Pinocchio's friend and conscience, the talking cricket, hopped onto his shoulder. "Don't listen to them, Pinocchio. Knowledge is the path to becoming real. Stick to the right road." But the promise of endless play was too strong. Pinocchio ignored the cricket and followed the fox and the cat. However, he soon discovered that the island of toys was a trap. Children who stayed there too long turned into donkeys. Frightened and realizing his mistake, Pinocchio barely managed to escape. Chapter 3, The Growing Nose and the Lesson of Honesty. Narrator, as Pinocchio ran away, he found himself lost in a dark forest. Suddenly, the Blue Fairy appeared before him in a cloud of stardust. She asked, "Pinocchio, why were you not at school today? And where is your alphabet book?" Pinocchio felt ashamed. Instead of telling the truth, he made up a story. "Oh, fairy godmother," he stammered, "a giant monster jumped out and stole my book. I chased him for miles, but I got lost." As the lie left his lips, a strange thing happened. Crack! Pinocchio's wooden nose grew a few inches longer. He was shocked, but he tried to cover up the first lie with another. "And then a group of bandits tied me to a tree." Crack! The nose grew even longer. Each time he told a lie, his nose sprouted leaves and branches until it was so long he couldn't even turn his head. "Pinocchio, oh, please make it stop. I'm so sorry. I lied because I was embarrassed. The blue fairy, you see, Pinocchio? Lies are like the nose on your face, they are easy for everyone to see. A boy who lies can never truly be free. Seeing his genuine tears of regret, the fairy waved her wand and returned his nose to its normal size, giving him one last chance. Chapter 4, The Great Whale and the Act of Bravery. Narrator, Pinocchio rushed home, but the house was empty. He found a note saying that Geppetto, worried sick about his son, had sailed into the ocean to find him. But a terrible storm had come, and Geppetto had been swallowed by Monstro, the great whale. Without a second thought, Pinocchio ran to the shore. "I must save my father," he cried. He leaped into the crashing waves and swam deep into the sea. Suddenly, a massive shadow loomed over him. The great whale opened its mouth like a dark cavern and swallowed Pinocchio whole. Inside the whale's belly, amidst old shipwrecks and fish, Pinocchio saw a tiny light. It was Geppetto, sitting sadly in his broken boat. "Geppetto, Pinocchio? Is that you, or is it just a dream before the end?" "Pinocchio, it's me, father. I've come to take you home." Pinocchio knew they had to act fast. He gathered old wooden planks from the shipwrecks and started a large fire. The thick smoke filled the whale's lungs. Monstro felt a tickle in his nose, a huge tickle. Achoo! The whale let out a sneeze so powerful that it launched Pinocchio and Geppetto out into the ocean. Pinocchio grabbed his weak father and swam with all his might toward the shore, protecting him from the waves until they finally reached the sand. Chapter 5, A Dream Come True. Narrator, Pinocchio lay exhausted on the beach, his wooden body battered by the sea. He had put his father's life before his own. The next morning, as the sun rose over the village, the blue fairy appeared in Geppetto's home. She looked at the brave puppet and smiled. "Pinocchio," she said softly, "you have proven that you are brave, you have learned to be truthful, and most importantly, you have shown that you have a heart full of love. Today, you shall be a puppet no more." With a flash of golden light, Pinocchio's wooden joints disappeared. His skin became warm and soft, and his wooden hair turned into real curls. Pinocchio woke up and looked at his hands. "Father, look! I'm real! I'm a real boy!" Geppetto wept with joy as he hugged his son. From that day on, Pinocchio was the most honest and hard-working boy in the village. He and Geppetto lived happily ever after, proving that even a piece of wood can find a soul if it learns the power of love and truth.